Everyone shows you the P&L, but nobody shows you the reality, the discipline, the routine, the late nights, and the mental game. This is for the traders who know the charts are only half the battle. Welcome to the Wednesday Beyond P&L show.
Hello guys, welcome to the third episode of Beyond the P&L. I hope you're all doing great in the middle of the week. I hope you're all being profitable. In a couple of minutes, we're going to be joined by a trader who is well known within the Forex industry. He goes by FXLION on social media, and he has been 15 years in the market. So that's a lot of insights that he can provide us with. It's going to be a really cool interview or show. And you have a chance to ask him any questions that you're wondering about. Me personally, I want to go into the mental game of trading. I want to ask him about the highs, the lows, the mental resilience, the mindset, the psychological warfare in the trading. So that's going to be my topics. But if you'll have any of yours, feel free to leave them in the chat. I'll make sure that FX Lion will then answer them as well. Just for the giveaway, as you probably know, but if we have any new viewers, if you are part of the chat, so if you have sent a message into a chat just saying hi or whatever, then you are already in the giveaway. And at the very end of the stream, we are going to be spinning the wheel of name like last time, and the winners are going to be chosen by the wheel of names. We've got five $5,000 accounts for 5 winners. So best of luck. Let me double check the chat. I'm doing great. Thank you guys. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. Third episode. We'll do way more. We'll try to invite traders on every Wednesday to discuss markets with them, their journeys, their mental game. He's going to be here in a couple of minutes. Okay. Before FXLION joins in, guys, do you have any questions or any topics that you would like to jump in today? Anything that you are currently struggling with? Because the struggles the guest had to go through in 15 years of trading is a guarantee that he went through most of the stages that you are now dealing with. So if you already have any specific topics in mind, just leave them in a chat. Okay, let me see. Quite a few questions already. Here's a question. As a newbie trader, what should I consider before picking a mentor? That's very. We spoke about this topic with Joshua last time, and it's a good question. I don't think I'm the right person to answer that because I haven't got any mentor. I've been trading for 12 years, and I learned everything either building my career in trading industry. So that's where most of the knowledge I have came from. But also I have read a lot of books. You've got YouTube, which is unlimited storage of knowledge. So you can get a lot of insight from YouTube, a lot from books. And it's quite difficult to get a solid mentor who's going to actually teach you and help you to become a profitable trader. So that is difficult to say. As we speak about trading, we've got a message from FXLION. Let's see. Unfortunately, guys, he won't be able to join us today, which is really unfortunate. Let me find out. Okay. Difference between revenge trading. We'll get into those questions. So we'll do a backup plan, guys. Apologies for misunderstanding. FXLION won't be able to jump in, but we can invite someone that we can discuss trading with again. And he was on our last stream as well. His name is Joshua. So I'll let in Joshua and we can discuss the topics we wanted to discuss anyway. So we've got a lot to speak about. Hello, Joshua. How are you doing?
Hello, Jake. I'm doing good, doing good. Hello, chat. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Just before we dive in, I'll quickly remind you that said that on the very start, what to do for the giveaway. So if you send your message into chat, you're already in a giveaway, so no worries. Just for the people who joined a little bit later, I just explained them that unfortunately FXLION is not going to be able to join us today. So I thought I'm going to invite you because on the last stream, I've quite enjoyed the conversation between two of us. So I thought we can continue where we stopped and be more active within the chat because there's a lot of questions. You're going to probably help me pick them from the chat because it's just going too fast for me, the youngest generation, so might be a little bit difficult. The first questions that I would probably have on you, and I wanted to ask this specific question to FXLION because he's been in the market for 15 years, which is really interesting. So the first question that I would ask you, what was, in your case, the hardest challenge, the hardest obstacle that you had to overcome? Like, would you rank on the top of the list? Like, damn, this made me thinking about quitting the trading. Was there any stage in your journey?
Yes, this is a good one. I think the hardest thing that I haven't, or like, I had a hard time on trying to like adjust is I forgot the specific term, but it's like under risking, meaning risking just way too much. I'm just too conservative. Meaning, when I started, I've heard that always follow your risk management so you don't blow your account. So what I did, I always followed 0.5, 0.3% on my account. With that, especially then trying on prop firms, like 4-5 years ago when I started with prop firms, it took so long to to hit the profit target. Just imagine, my RR was 2-1, then I risk 0.3%. So if I win, then I'll just make 0.6% on the account. Then let's say the profit target for phase one, let's say, is 10%. So it's gonna take so much time, then go back to drawdown, go back up again. So I think that's I heard it from a different channel also that don't sometimes, sometimes we just are too afraid to like not risk more, but try to, just too conservative. It wouldn't make sense having like 100. No, let's say a personal account. Let's go for a personal account first. Let's say the personal account is, let's say, $2,000. Then just risking per trade $1-2, it wouldn't make sense. The same thing with a prop firm account. So I think that really took that really helped me to learn to be more conscious of my time, even though I'm less likely to blow my account. But it took me just to hit the profit target. I believe it was 10% was the profit target. It took me 9 months. It took me 9 months. Instead of, if I should have just risked 1% or 0.70%, then it would have probably been 3-4 months, 2 months to pass that account. So I think I was just too afraid, to just risk it. I was too afraid to lose the account. But sometimes, you pay the price of, waiting a bit more longer. Then things change, your strategy changes. You find out about a new technique or new strategy. Then you try to shift on that strategy. So then multiple things happen when you do that. But yeah,
I understand. I mean, the risk management is definitely very interesting topics, and my stance on the risk management was always very conservative because I was formerly managing investors where I had to be very conservative. I couldn't risk more than like 0.5% on a trade. When it comes to prop firms, when I was trading smaller accounts, I was always trying to risk a little bit more, because it's, at the end of the day, it's smaller accounts. So you're not going to make a living from 5 to 25K accounts. So you can afford to risk 1%, or maybe even slightly more than 1%. But whenever you get to bigger accounts, then you should try to rather learn how to control more consistent and smaller risk management, in a sense that you don't hurt the emotions in trading. So it's probably something that you adjust along the way on your trading journey. Would be interesting what traders in the chat. You can let us know, guys, how much you risk per trade, but definitely
let us know. Yeah, let us know in chat. How much do you guys risk per trade on your own personal account versus on a prop firm account? And let's see if some are taking more risk on a prop firm account or challenge versus the personal account. So drop it down in the chats and we'll read it. We'll do a quick.
Are you still trading your personal account, or are you just going with the prop firm? Yeah.
Yes. It's almost swing trading now. Like most of my positions, 2-3 days. Just trying to stay away from the screen. From same thing that I've mentioned last time. The more I look into the screen, the more I want to close the trade early, cut the losses more early, or cut the profits more early. So
I'm getting also messages that we actually might be eventually joined by the guest FXLION. Let me see the chat. 0.6.
We saw 5% on a personal account, 2% on a prop.
5% on a personal account.
Yeah. So
that's quite a lot. I mean, it's your personal account, but
if it's working for you, then it's working for you. But that's not going to work for me. 1.5%, 1%. Edwin 11155. It's true. $17 for the 5K challenge. So while that's ongoing, make sure to grab that deal. 1%, 1% from Edwin. Full margin by Adela Jab Bimbola.
That's the worst mistake you can do.
Don't do that.
Joshua, I've got a question. Eventually, our guest will join in. It's up to you if you'd like to keep up and speak to the chat with us, or if we'd like to join next session and continue in our discussion. However, I would like to also join or let in FXLION to hear from him as well. So I'll leave it up to you.
I think if he's joining in, then I'll see you guys next time. Definitely will be. So.
Okay, so thank you much, Joshua, for letting me, for helping me hype the chat and asking good questions. I'll ask FXLION for his risk management, definitely.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much, Jake. Thank you so much for.
Thank you, Joshua, for joining. I'll speak to you soon.
Yes. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Okay, so guys, let's invite FXLION. Hello, man. How are you doing? Can you hear us? Yeah, I'm muted, by the way. Hello. Oh, probably connection issues. Give us a second, guys. Okay. Let me try that again. No. Well, now probably. Let's see. Hello. Can you hear us, FXLION? You are muted, by the way, just so you know. Now.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing, sir? Oh, probably connection issues.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. How are you doing?
I'm doing very fine. So the network is misbehaving.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, we lost him again. So, unfortunately, I don't think FXLION is going to be able to join us due to connection issues. So, I think we can continue in the conversation with Josh. I'm going to ask Josh to come around and we can continue in the risk management discussion. Let me find the chat where we end up, guys, with the risk per trade, because you are quite a risker with a 5% on a trade as well. We've got more than 5%. We've got people with a 10-20% risking on each trade, which is absolutely crazy to me. I hope you're doing it on smaller accounts, guys, because if you're trading, a 5K account, whatever you personal or a prop firm, you can adjust to a little bit more higher risk management or more aggressive one. But once you trading bigger accounts, I wouldn't really advise it. Okay, Joshua's gonna be back soon. So what is your experience in trading a challenges account? You need to specify that question a little bit because I'm not sure what direction you would like to take this discussion to, with specific experiences in challenges. We've got Joshua back. Hello again, Joshua.
I'm back again, guys.
Glad to have you.
Yeah.
Glad to have you here back. We had some connection issues with FXLION, unfortunately. We'll try to solve it till our next stream. But as for today, I think we can continue in our discussion. We end up in the risk management, and I just read the comment section, and some people are quite aggressive on it. We had about 5%. Now I've seen quite a few comments who are saying even 10, which is absolutely crazy to me. Yeah. So we can go from there. What was the most you risked on a trade?
Honestly, after maybe when I started, like, first time touching MT5, first time knowing about trading, like within like a few hours, few minutes, my friend introduced me. If we don't consider that, I'm pretty sure I risked like probably 10% of the account, 15% of the account. But when I really actually started to like trade, when I started trading, actually studying, I rarely risked more than 1%. That's the max I've ever done throughout the 5 years, 5-6 years I've been trading. 1%. So
okay, I think I was previously in like first 2 years I was risking quite a lot because I still believed that fantasy that you can turn, let's say, 2K account into a 50K or whatever, right? When you joined trading 10 years ago, it was all about that. Even people creating spreadsheets where they basically were trying to calculate with the compounding how much money they can make out of a $300, $400 account. And I was just like the same. So I was going with the smaller accounts till my margin grew up from that, but I was definitely risking, like some of the guys in the chat. For now, I believe that it's no longer about like making one big trade and risking all of it, being potentially emotionally devastated if the trade doesn't go the way you forecasted or you thought, and eventually that's going to break you down. So with the smaller risk management, there's also so many advantages, especially within the psychology, within the emotional side of a trading, where if you are risking, let's say, in my view, 0.5% on a trade, the P&L is not going to be jumping upside down, like from a profit to loss of a couple of thousands of dollars, right? If you're trading 100K account and you want to risk 2% a trade, you can easily go from $1,000 of a profit to $2,000 loss. So that's not going to help you if you do 1/4 of the lot size that you are using for 2% risk. So my advice to traders after 12 years trading would be just go easy on the risk management, especially if you don't have a proven track record. If you have already like 12 years of trading the same strategy, you've got the performance history, then okay, you can probably adjust it because you've got already data to build on a new risk management. But if you can't keep up with 0.5% for 3 months, then it doesn't make any sense to go higher on the risk. That would be my take on this.
True. I also done that, doing the spreadsheet thing for compound interest. I think that I was so excited. I put in the numbers. Oh my gosh, I'm at this amount. Well, did not know that was not the reality, unfortunately.
Yeah, let us know, guys, in the chat, because I think every trader went through this stage where you just open the spreadsheet and you enter the balance, and then you're trying to figure out with the compound how much you can make out of the $200. I think a lot of traders did that because in my circle, the traders I know, they actually did it. So was quite interesting hearing from you that you was doing the same thing.
I see. Can I read a question from chat?
Of course. You can click on it. It's going to pop up on a screen, and we all see the question.
I don't think I can, but
okay.
I'll just. I clicked it.
Just read it then. Okay.
It's from FFLovers69. Question: as a new trader, do you think trading multiple assets is best, or stick to one asset and master it? What is your guidance as an experienced trader? My opinion, when I started, I did a lot, because SMC, Smart Money Concepts, if you heard about, this is the time, all of the time frames are the same patterns. So meaning you could trade in seconds, you could trade in 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 1 day. It's the same pattern. So then it's the same for each instrument. There's order blocks, something like that. So I started to look for multiple assets or multiple instruments at the same time. I think it was like 15 instruments at the same time, like major, gold, something like that. But I think it was just a bit too much. If you're starting out, I think the best is start with one asset. This is not advice, this is not recommendation, but for me, I would say start with Euro USD, but it depends on you. I think Euro USD is like safe, I would say, but yeah.
Depends on what type of a market they're trading, if they're into commodities, Forex, or indices. But definitely, if they're Forex traders, I would also recommend probably the same, like keep it within the major FX currency pairs, because at least you're going to get some volatility. If you're trading Euro New Zealand dollar, you're not going to get as much from that as you would get from GU, EU. So definitely would agree with you on that. And when it comes to multi-asset trading, I think I have discussed this very topic with Federica, and I always strongly advise to traders, try single instrument. Whenever you, Forex trader, commodity trader, go on gold. Forex trader, you can go on one of the majors. Indices trader, choose one, max 2 indices, and just focus fully on that. You're going to save so much time on analyzing just one instrument or potentially 2 instruments. And also the market, if you are diversifying in a way that you are trading Forex, crypto, you are trading indexes, and let's say oil as well, you're going to be spread too wide in a sense of you're going to need to watch out over so many news and so many factors that influence each individual market that you're not gonna make it. And probably after like last 4 years, when I was analyzing a lot of traders at brokers and at bot firms, when there was a trader who got a huge payout, it was always single instrument, and in the past 2 years it was always gold. The gold traders in the past 2 years, I don't know if you have the same experiences, but whenever it was a payout 10K plus, even 100K plus, it was always gold trader.
Nice. I don't like gold. A lot has become rich because of it, and a lot has lost accounts on gold, definitely. Chat, put in your the viewers in the chat. You can put in the instrument that you trade in, so that we could know. I see BTC USD, gold, UJ, Euro USD. I'm Team Euro USD, so if anyone else is a Team Euro USD, type it in chat. We'd love to know. Gold is bad.
I go mostly Forex as well. Sometimes I do trade indexes, sometimes I do trade gold, but not very often. I mostly focus on Forex. It's been the market that I was trading 12 years ago, and I'm still trying to keep it within the Forex as possible. But if there's some great opportunities in gold, from time to time, I'd also take my chances with gold.
Yeah, a lot of chat saying gold only.
Yeah.
From my perspective, guys, from watching statistics from accounts passing, accounts losing, accounts getting a payout, honestly, majority is from gold trades. Well, I would say 80% of their trading history has gold in it, like USD. But at the same time, doesn't mean they get a payout. You'll get a payout also, because a lot of people also failed accounts, lost accounts because of gold. So it's like a good thing and a bad thing. So to a proper risk management, make sure that you're ready for the moves of gold. I believe gold is going down right now.
I think so. Not more or less, I would say sideways probably, but it definitely dropped from the highs. So we've got a lot of geopolitical tension. So the gold still have.
If anyone's shorting gold, drop it in chat so we could see. We could see how many people are shorting gold right now. Shorting or going long. NAS 100 from Junior KH, XAUSD, BTUSD, US oil from a commented by Wakakumar.
Interesting question. We're going to get from the trading psychology, but we're going to eventually speak about strategies as well and how to identify choppy markets. Well, I'm going to speak from my personal experience, what I do when I analyze markets. And choppy markets, in my view, are always, and I'm saying this as a macro fundamental analyst, they're always within the period where there are no news, no economic data, no geopolitical tensions, when there's nothing driving the market. Because let's be real, what's driving the market is the news, is the economic data, is the economic events. And if there's none, then you usually get a market going sideways. And what I do before every week starts, I go on economic calendar. I highlight in my personal calendar where are the important releases, where are the important events like central banks and CPI, GDP, labor market, those most important data, high impactful data that are on a calendar. And if, let's say, if there's important release on Wednesday and Friday, then I know most likely the Monday and Tuesday is not going to be very trending day. And then on Wednesday, when the data hits, it usually launches the trend. So the choppy market for me, identifying that, is the day or are the days without any important news and data releases. But I don't think you'll find any like specific indicator how to identify like market going sideways. But if you do what I just said, like go to history, go on charts, look at the economic calendar, you find out that what I'm saying is most of the time, not always, but most of the time, it's actually true.
Yeah, definitely. Me personally,
Yeah.
me personally, I don't. If I just see it going sideways, choppy, no movement, I just don't do anything. Basically, I try to stay away from knowing news, because if I know, some news, a bunch of news is coming up, my emotions start saying like, "Oh, it's probably gonna go this way. You better buy early." So
Yeah.
like one of my weak spots in trading, definitely. So
And within
Oh,
the
sorry.
news, yeah, sorry, but just quickly within the news category that we spoke about, Forex Factory, guys, if you are using Forex Factory, so a lot of traders think it's best, but try trading economics. I don't want to make like recommendations, but it's free site. Instead of Forex Factory, switch to trading economics. You're gonna thank me later once you learn more about news, because I think it's like the second step. Everyone started on Forex Factory. I know when I was 18, I was starting on Forex Factory as well. I didn't know any other site, but after a long time, then I switched to a couple of others, and I end up now with trading economics most of the time for the economic calendar. All right. Have you spotted any other interesting question in the chat apart from the news? I was just quite not happy, but was just nice to see that traders are also interested in the other part of trading rather than just technical. So I wanted to jump into this specific question. Did you spot anything interesting in the chat?
I see one. Let me read it. It's
Sure.
from Junior KH7ES.
All right.
How do you know? Chat keeps moving. How do you know when fear is protecting you versus limiting you when trading? I need your guidance. Yeah, that's what I mentioned. That's what I mentioned earlier. I would say that was fear. Fear over protecting my account. Limited. It's true that, yeah, that's true. Actually, that's a good question. I very much limited my trading. I was very strict. Okay, I shouldn't, even though it was a good setup, my fear of losing the account, losing a bit, doing a bit of drawdown, my fear of something like that. Instead of FOMO, there's a specific term. If anyone knows in chat, the viewers, you can drop it in the comments. There's an opposite of FOMO, fear of missing out. It's related to like fear of like there's a specific term like fear of losing. That's why you like risk so small, instead of the setup is perfect according to your rules, but you don't take it because you have a fear of going in drawdown. That was like the biggest wall for me to try and overcome. Definitely,
So
that's the
fear of taking the trade, like
fear.
not being confident in the setup, or
It was, I forgot what was the specific term, but it's something like that. It's a fear of going in drawdown when drawdown is supposed to be normal. It's supposed to
yeah.
be expected in all different types of strategy. That's a normal thing, but it's like a fear of, okay, I'm losing 1% of the account. Should I lose more? Should I not lose more? Should I? This trade looks perfect. It's according to my rules, according to my checklist. should I take it? Should I risk probably winning or adding more to my drawdown? So that type of fear definitely was, yeah. So
Yeah, I know that as well. I mean, I would say probably a vast majority. Well, I have no statistics to like cover this topic, but I would say that like a huge proportion of traders who lose their funded accounts or their challenges is the traders who fall into the drawdown from with the first 1 or 2 trades, because the recovery from the drawdown is something only few can manage. Because already when you start in your challenge, you don't want to start your track record with a losing trade, right? So you want to build a solid one. You want to grab a profit, so you've got more breathing space into your drawdown. And eventually, if you fall into a drawdown, the recovery itself is probably one of the hardest things to do. If you guys, I think we've discussed this topic last time, if you guys have found anything that you would like to add into a discussion about dealing with the drawdowns, but as we discussed last time, you're not going to avoid it at all. So
yeah, I've asked ChatGPT. It's this one. It's FOMO. I've asked ChatGPT. I can. It's FOLE, FOLE, fear of
Yeah.
losing everything. So under that is like trading paralysis,
Mhm.
overthinking so much that you don't enter. Analysis paralysis, yeah, this one, waiting for the perfect setup. So that never comes. Execution anxiety, lose aversion, and trigger hesitation. So that was pretty much me, Foley.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess I was dealing with pretty much the same on the very start. No one wants to lose money in the markets, right? But eventually it's inevitable. Like you're not gonna avoid it. You're gonna lose the money in order to get better, in order to get great. You need to sacrifice something, and it's usually the money. So
Yeah,
uh,
it's part of trading. It's a normal thing.
and how did you deal with that? How did you like? Did you
I
just
I watched a YouTube video. So basically, I had a strategy in place.
yeah?
Now, there's this one guy on YouTube that basically just teaches about trading psychology. So I've
Mhm.
watched all of his videos. It was like, I would say hundreds of hours worth of videos. I watched all of that, taking notes because it was just like, I think, a thing that's blocking me or holding me back from
Mhm.
making more. I was making something, but it was so less because, again, it's like a fear of losing money, which is important.
Mhm.
So I think he's a well-known guy. I think he's been a YouTuber for like years now. He talks and he has a whiteboard in the background. I think he's from the UK, I believe.
Mhm.
Yeah, I heard him say that. Yeah, he said something in the YouTube video like he mentioned this Foley. If you're losing
Mhm.
everything, that he explained it one by one, and I realized, oh, that's basically me always waiting for the perfect setup, always waiting for
Yeah.
the highest probability setup, always fearing of going and draw down when it's a normal thing.
Mhm.
So that's when it started to click. When I accepted that you're gonna lose money, you're gonna lose a huge amount of money, but if you just stick to your strategy, stick to the plan, in the end, it's gonna be profitable in the long run, not in
Yeah,
the short, but in the long run.
definitely agree. I mean, wanted to make a point. Didn't want to interrupt you with losing everything. I'll probably get back on it. Damn, it was a good point.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'll remember during the show. Let's see. That was because I saw another message. Someone asking, "Do you prefer trading on news days?" And I immediately went into another mode, so that caught me off guard.
it
Uh, fear of
happens.
losing everything. Yeah. Damn, I'm gonna remember. Don't worry. So let's jump on another. When was your best moment in trading? Can you share experience? Yeah, I remember now. Perfect. Okay, so you were talking about like you were waiting for the perfect setup, and I just wanted to say that when I was trading the perfect setup, it usually end up either on break even or it end up in a small profit. However, the setups that I was like, maybe I'll take it, maybe I not, were the most profitable at the very start, which should just underlie that guys, you should be taking any setups as long as your trading plan gives you a green light. So if you just see the setup, don't think about it the way that if it's too perfect or, because I have interviewed a trader who was actually assigning like the probabilities or the rank of the setup. So for him it was either B setup, A plus setup, and based on that he was also managing the risk, which I don't think it's a good thing to do. Like assigning how probable is the setup to end up in a profit. In my view, you should take everything as a trader. And from my personal experience, the setups that, as I said, I didn't pay much of attention to because I didn't consider them as a perfect, were eventually like the most profitable trades for me. So I just wanted to jump in when you were talking about finding the perfect setup.
That's true. Same experience with me also.
Let's see, guys. What do we have? Josh, I went break even, taken out. I was got about 10 trades. That's not a best. It's not a best losing streak. 10 trades. It's quite a lot.
Well, if your strategy, that was a comment by GBPBSR. If your strategy is like high RR, or according to your testing, if you know that you're gonna lose 10 times in a row, that it's a probability, then you shouldn't worry. But if you did some back testing, you did some research, you did some tests on that strategy, then it was not expected to have that much losing trades, then I believe you're going outside your strategy or your trading plan. So I assume emotions kicked in for this one. So
yeah, 10 trades is quite a lot. What will you do, Joshua? You just lost 10 trades. What's your response to that? Are you going to double down on risk management? Are you going to just continue?
I've experienced one time losing 10 trades in a row. I did that. I had a 10 loss of 10 trades in a row because I think I was just staring on my phone. Then I kept buying positions. I think for Euro USD. Yeah, there was a setup. So basically, it hit my what do you call this, zone of interest? Yeah, it hit my zone of interest. Then while price was climbing, I was like, okay, this setup is it has a high percentage of going that way. What if I just add a few more positions here, 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 here? So I did that. It went correctly, but unfortunately, obviously, it didn't. So after that, if I remember, I stopped trading for 2 days because it was on my personal account also. It's not a challenge account. And for me, when I think I was 19 years old, that's a lot. It was a lot of money for a 19-year-old. So I just remember like, okay, I'm just gonna stop and gonna trade 2 days later. So I think that's good advice also to just take a step back sometimes.
I mean, that's probably the best advice. Not too much of a break, because that was another mistake I did in my trading journey. I mean, taking a break after recording 10 losses is definitely approved. I mean, every psychology coach will tell you that taking a huge break, not huge, but taking a break after recording a losing streak, approved. That's a good thing to do. However, you should not be making the break too long, because if you're going to be hit by something, let's say a huge loss, or you're going to lose the evaluation. And in my trading journey, I have experienced the same. It was formerly when I was trading investors, and during the Brexit didn't end up really well. I was also trading algorithms, and I took like a probably 8 months pause just because of that big loss. We can call it loss. and it was so hard to get back. So take a break, but not too big of a break. That would be my advice, because it's really difficult to get back into trading. Have you ever, you personally, Joshua, take a long break from trading that you weren't enough motivated, not motivated, you weren't enough ready to get back then? Or you are just going straight in a row all those years that you've been trading without taking a longer break?
No, I've took some breaks. As what you said, that was a very good point where you should be careful, because when you decide to take a break, then I would say procrastination then hits, laziness hits,
Yeah,
fear of going on a loss again starts
yeah.
creeping in. So you decide, okay, I just need more time to probably do another thing, or just to avoid this for now. So I think, if I remember, I stopped for like 3 4 months, but the plan was just 1 week. But for some reason, I ended up 4 months, stop trading for 4 months. So and yeah, you should be careful, because sometimes your mind shifts instead of you having experience, because not everyone can trade. And if you're kind of confident with your strategy, and it was just like a bad moment, like everyone has that, I think it's a normal thing. Like, you have that experience, you have that knowledge, you have that risk management, you have that psychology level that other people don't have. Like, traders are built different, to be honest. They
Yeah.
are, their minds are very different. So then you deciding to go on a long break, I mean a short break, but it ends up a long break, then your passion for trading starts to drift away. Then you
Exactly.
go on a different thing. So instead of like having that edge compared to a bunch of other people, I would say what, 98%, 95% of the population of the world doesn't have that edge in trading. Then you're missing out on the 5% that's making money, getting payouts. As you can see on our social media, people getting life-changing amounts
Yeah.
through payout trading prop firms. So
100% agree with that. Yeah, I did the mistake taking too long. So I understand if there's traders who are going through the same. Probably I can relate to that, but I would just, if you are now taking a break and you think it's going to be just a few weeks, just try to get back as soon as possible, because you're going to regret it after all if you're going to end up like in a 2 months of a pause. I'll pick another questions if you don't mind. I've got 3 actually. I don't know which one to start with. This is a good question actually. Let me start with this one. Can trader truly master psychology without mastering risk management? I don't think it's possible. What's your stance on it?
can a trader master psychology without
Like
mastering?
in a sense, just with
Just so
using.
maybe a general sense of psychology, not really. I think it still helps if it's not even about trading. It's like psychology in general. I think it
Mhm.
still helps in trading, but obviously, I think for this question specifically, I don't think it would make sense. Like, you have a great trading psychology, but not mastering risk management.
No,
But
I think
basically, you're like
they're
one of those guys in the casino.
they're very related to each other. I think because if you have bad risk management, it's going to reflect in your psychology. If you risk too much, your psychology is going to double down on you. You are going to regret that decision to not having a proper or solid risk management. And on the other side, if you don't have a psychology, if you don't have a fear of being respectful to the market, you're not going to have a good risk management. So I think they're like correlating with each other. So you need to master both, I would say. It's not going to be like last discussion, what was first, either chicken or egg, that we had about the discipline and strategy. But it's a very similar example, I would say. I would go definitely with both of them. I go a step further and I'll say that the strategy isn't the problem while lot of traders are failing, but it's these two. It's risk management and psychology. Most traders, when they start trading evaluation, they don't have a solid risk management plan, how they're going to trade that evaluation, how much they're going to risk on trade, what they're going to do after they run into a first losing streak or a drawdown. And they are not psychologically prepared for the drawdown, the losing streak. So I think that most of the failed accounts or failed evaluations or funded accounts, they exactly caused by these two, psychology and risk management. Whenever it's risking too much or it's a fear of missing out, it's revenge trading. I would say it's mostly it's coming from these two.
Yeah, I agree, definitely.
Because the strategy, when it comes to strategies, I mean, even a very simple strategy based on 20-day highs or 20-day lows, which was the Turtle strategy, showed up to be very profitable. I mean, the traders who were within the experiment of the Turtle strategy, they were trading a strategy based on if it's break 20-day high, you're going to buy. If it breaks 20-day low, you're going to sell. Eventually, after a longer period of time, these traders were successful just following the strategy, and very simple strategy. So I don't think the strategy is the main issue for most of the traders these days, especially having on YouTube like a million of strategies that you can choose from. So yeah, let me see. We've got quite a lot. I don't know if we can like give some recommendations regarding the strategies. Also a very good question. Would you have a recommendation for the strategy for the beginner? It's hard to say in my view, because every trader is different. 1,000 people, 1,000 different flavors. So depends on your life situation, depends on your time flexibility. But as far as I
would say a strategy that, because I know there's strategies that like open multiple positions at the same time. There's different terms for it, but opening positions, multiple positions, either on the same instrument or on a different instrument at the same time. I think a strategy that just allows you to open one trade a day and very low RR, like I would say 2 RR best, because when you go higher than 2 RR, 3 R, 3 RR, 4 RR, 5 RR, losing streaks is like gonna come your way. So when you're a beginner, you don't want to see that, because you would end up over trading, try to make up for the losses. So strategy that maybe 2 RR, 1 RR, 1 RR is still good, to be honest. Anything that gives you less, yes, this was the thing that I'm trying to look for. Anything that gives you less drawdown, because there are strategies that give you big drawdown, and there's strategies that smaller rewards, smaller profits, but at the same time smaller drawdowns. So I think that's my recommendation, but this is not financial advice. This is just content.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. And probably the last question that I have here, if you don't have any that you found yourself, is this one. Gonna ask first you, then you're gonna probably react to it. How long does it take to become profitable as a newbie?
Ooh,
how long did it take to you to become a profitable, or to secure first profit, like either from a broker or from a prop firm, getting the first payout or first withdrawal? How long?
To get profits consistently, I would say, because I think you can still get profits on your first month, but getting it consistently, I think is like should be your baseline. It took me 1.5 years, and I also had like 9 months of straight studying. Like I wake up 8 a.m. in the morning, I end up studying at 11 p.m. in the evening, like straight studying, no breaks, just studying. I was so locked in, but yeah, still took that long for me personally. Still took 1.5 years.
To be honest, I'm not still like consistently profitable in a sense that I would have experienced like last 10 years of being profitable every year. For me, also, I think that most of the trading industry and traders within, they are able to make a huge amount of money within a certain month or 2-3 months, and then they are having let's say next 2-3 months not being successful. So I think that majority of traders who are being successful are not consistently successful, because for me it was pretty much the same. To answer the question first, how long does it take to become profitable as a newbie? For me, it took me 2.5 years, maybe 3 years, and I started being profitable after probably the third year. So that how long that took me. But even after that, the next 9 years, I wasn't like making consistently every month a certain amount of money, and I don't think that's actually like not possible. It is possible, but it's difficult, and I don't think that most of the traders who are claiming on social media to be successful like that are actually. I think that you're going to make a decent payout if you're trading with a prop firm that you can afford to live then in upcoming months, and then you're going to make another nice payout rather than just getting fixed amount of money every month, like I don't know, $5,000 from 100K account. I don't think that's possible. I think it's going to be like stretched across longer period, and a while you're going to get like 10K payout, let's say.
Yeah.
That's my take on
I
it.
think let's help this guy out. Viewers, drop in like what's the period? Yeah, duration for you guys. I've seen like 2 years. I've seen like
Yeah,
3
let
months.
us know. Let us know how long it was for you. How long was it for you to collect first profits or become profitable? And I'm also going to, as you are doing it, I'm also going to make sure that I have all the name for the giveaways. So let me just do that. Where is the chat? Right here. I'm gonna.
8 years. What do you mean 8 years? 8 years of what?
8
years
years of trading, probably. Well, there's a lot
month.
of people who are not like full-time traders who are having a part-time. So, you know, they take in 1-2 trades a month, sometimes even. I met these type of a traders. So maybe for some, it's a long run. It's a marathon.
Yeah, that is true.
Six.
I see a comment. This is a good comment. Prop firms are better than personal accounts. He said, after 3+ years, I've come to realize that. Yeah, it is true. Not to like sugarcoat it because we work in a prop firm, but it is true. Prop firms is like a very, very good leverage for
Yeah.
people trying to who lack capital in trading. Because if you have let's say $200 to your name and you trade that, then let's say you make, let's just say 3% on that. So 3% of $100, how much is that? 10.3? Is that?
How
I
much?
think that's 10%. Oh no, 3% of $100.
3% of $100 or 100K.
$100. Let's say
$3. Yeah.
yeah, $3. So instead of spending 100, risking your $100, why not like buy it on a challenge account? And for example, us right now we have a promo for the 5K size for $17.
Oh yeah, $17, right? Yeah.
Yeah, for $17, you could get a 5K account size, and let's just say you make 3% on that 5K, it's gonna be $150. So it's true. It's gonna be way harder compared to your personal account, but there's nothing easy in life. So we
Yeah.
gotta work hard for it. So that's my take.
I can't even recall how many times I was speaking about this topic with different traders, like comparing the options that you have as a trader. So either you will go with a broker and you will deposit your own money, risk your own money, or you go with a prop firm or investors, which are basically the three main options you have as a trader, how to make money in trading. And from all of the three, and again, it might sound biased because we are having live stream and the Audacity Capital, but there are the benefits, visible benefits of having a prop firm rather than risking your real capital. In a sense of, if you're risking your own capital, it's more psychological and emotional weight on you to not do the mistakes, which is the first, then the limitation on the capital. I don't think that a regular person in a chat or can afford to like deposit 10, 50K on his account from the savings, especially if they're young. And comparing this to investors is not a fun job to do, to take care of investors. I've done it previously. Trust me, it's kind of a pain to deal with investors on a monthly basis. So eventually, if you like put together the advantages and disadvantages when comparing brokers, investors, and prop firms, truly the prop firms are unmatched within the three, in my view at least. And I've tried all three of them, guys, just so you know. So
Yeah, I agree. Not because we're live streaming on Audacity Capital, but it's true.
yeah,
A lot of traders, a lot of traders, like people I've met from work, like traders that I've met, like from
Mhm.
emails, contacting them. Their lives have changed because of prop firms. Like they were, from what they described, they had nothing, but now they're living a reasonable life, not really like on Beverly Hills on Hollywood, but
yeah.
way better than before because of prop firms. And I just don't understand, coming from a person that works in the risk department. I just don't understand why um, uh, people try to like destroy prop firms, like even though the company has done nothing wrong. We should be thankful for prop firms existing, because it has helped thousands of traders to change their life, to leverage their money in a hard way, but the rewards are there.
Yeah,
uh,
agree with that, 100%. I think it's your favorite part of a stream because we are getting to the giveaway, and I need to collect all of you guys in the chat. So I need you to drop any message.
Drop a W. Say W Jake for hosting this stream. He's doing a great job, doing great content. Say W Jake. Yeah, W Jake. Everyone in the chat, give some
I
Jake
just
some appreciation. He's doing a hard job.
thank you.
W Jake. Yeah.
Appreciate it, Joshua. Let me see. Let me collect all the names so we can spin the wheel of names. So far, we've got 40 people, or at least list of 40 people. Not everyone is in the chat, so give us last 5 seconds, and I'll just then copy paste all of the names of you guys into the wheel
W
of
Jake,
names.
not J. Did I pronounce it wrong?
No,
W, not J. I think I pronounced it wrong.
no problem. J is okay.
W Jake. Jake.
Can mean both then. It can go for Joshua and Jake, so
Oh, yeah.
WJ is all right.
Jack.
Okay.
W Jack. Who's Jack? Someone
Yeah,
said W.
sometimes I've been called Jack on the streams, so I don't mind. I don't mind as long as we agree. So I think I've got everyone. Okay, let me pull up the wheel of names. Hopefully I have all of the names, but I think so. Let me share the screen. Here's the wheel of names. Sharing the screen, and it's this one. Yes, sir. Can you see my screen now? Yeah, and
Yes.
I'm gonna also take both of us so we're visible. All right, perfect. So I'm gonna close that, and then I'm going to take all of the names. So 53. Perfect.
This is a 5K account, right?
Yes, we're gonna spin the wheel 5 times. The name that's gonna be chosen by the wheel is going to be a winner of 5K account. So let's start. Let's spin for the first time. I hope it's not going to be like last time, really hard pronunciation of the names. Let's see. Okay, so the first winner, congratulations, man. Solo job, probably. Yeah, I guess so. You're the first winner, 5K account. What you need to do is to go on Instagram or X, message us, send us a screenshot of your YouTube profile, and from your mobile, of course, and you're going to be given the free $5,000 evaluation. Let's continue. The second one is Aniku. Let's call it short. Oh, Oniku. Let's call it this way probably. Congratulations. The second winner, do the same as I just told to the first winner. Let's go for the third one. And the third one. Okay, we landed on the same name, so we're gonna spin. We're gonna spin one more time. There is a rule that you can't win like 2 in a row, so hopefully we will have a different name. What a chance, though, from 60 names to get chosen twice in a row. Meat education. You're the third one. Congratulations. Let's go for the fourth one. How to join the shuffle. Checked 2050. If you are in the chat, you're already on the board. So this is how you join the giveaway. Fourth one is Junior. So congratulations. And let's spin the wheel of names for the last time. And the last one is FF Lovers.
It's like our top one that comments a lot. Congrats.
The FF Lovers, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So here are the names. I'm just going to, that's double because someone was lucky enough to be chosen twice, but eventually it's 5 winners. These, I hope you can see it, guys, on the stream. Congratulations to everyone. Those of you who didn't win this time or the last time, best of luck next time. This is not the last stream. We'll continue. And I think we've discussed quite interesting topics today. Yeah. I don't think we need to do more to not be overwhelmed by whatever we're sharing with you guys, with Joshua. Let me just double check if there are any questions in chat.
If you guys have any questions that me and Jake would want to answer in like future streams, after this live, you guys can comment on the YouTube comments. Then we'll take note of that. So yeah, you can ask there. Then we'll check it next time when we do another stream.
Definitely. Or you can do it also in Discord. So if you're not yet in a Discord, join the Discord. You can leave the question there for us. We are both on it, so we can just create a list of those questions and bring them in for the live stream. Also, in the future, we are going to be holding some streams. Oh, can I call it streams? Probably events on Discord. So another reason why to join it. So either Discord below the video or on Instagram. Thank you so much, Joshua, for being here today. Yes. Enjoyed the conversation again.
Yeah, enjoyed it. Enjoyed conversation. Enjoyed the viewers. Yeah, it was great.
Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Again, congratulations to the winners, and I'll see you all next week again. Thank you, Josh. Enjoy the rest of your day. You as well, guys. See you.
Bye-bye, guys.